Crash today. How you doing today,
I'm all right.
Crash?
How about you?
Good, man. So tell me where you're from.
I was born on the west side right here on the hilltop. Since I was 13, I've been on the street since I was 21. I'm 30 years old.
Okay, so with all that time being on the streets, how many times have you been locked up?
I've been locked up. I've got 2 different numbers as an adult. I got 3 numbers as a juvenile. My 2 adult numbers, I did 3 years and then 2.5. The first one was receiving stolen property and grand theft auto, because I was getting high, doing dumb shit. And then the second one, I was getting high, doing dumb shit, and I did my last number. My sister and my mom passed away while I was in there, so as soon as I came straight back to the street, I started getting high again.
Sorry to hear that about your mom and your sister, man. I bet that was hard to
Definitely
face.
was.
So tell me about the beginning of you being locked up. What all started it?
30s. I was going to Florida for a while, and then, I started doing heroin, and then I started doing this fentanyl shit, and I just stayed on it constantly. And then when I went to prison the first time, I came home, got with a girl, and she was doing the same shit. And I ended up doing my second number, losing my mom and them.
Yeah, man, I bet that was hard to come home and face.
Definitely was.
So,
I tried to kill myself a couple times over it, but...
Did you reach out for help when all this happened?
No, I didn't have anybody for real. I just stuck to myself. I'm for real a loner.
And it's always been like that?
Yep.
No, I get that, man. So when you was a juvenile, was you going in and out of jail?
Yeah, as a juvenile, I was definitely in and out of jail. I went to DYS. I got 2 numbers in DYS, stealing cars, selling them for parts and shit, and it just led up to me being an adult and doing the same shit.
What was the most time you did as a juvenile?
7 years.
7 years, was that straight?
Yep, 7 years straight.
So how did that go? Tell me about your time doing them 7 years.
That 7 years was tough as hell. I mean, I fought almost every day for 2 years straight until everybody left me alone. I mean, after the 2 years straight of fighting, I started doing good and did my little 7 years. The little social worker helped me through some shit as a juvenile from my parents. As a past, I was abused and shit.
So that you was abused when you was growing up?
Yeah, not physically, but mentally
and emotionally.
Yeah, yup.
Yeah, I know what that's like. I've had to deal with that too, and that's hard. Being a kid, when people are supposed to be showing you how to love, and they're showing you how to honestly hate and hate yourself and hate others, right?
Right. Yup. And my mom was an addict as well, so I had that when I was a child too.
But it sounds like your mom loved you though, right?
She definitely did love me, for sure.
Yeah, I know how death can be hard to deal with, bro.
Yep.
And I get it, and I feel for you definitely on that. So when you come home as a juvenile, how long was you out for?
Probably 6 months at a time, bro. I'd come home, mom still be getting high, and I'd just hit the streets and do what I did. I usually steal cars, break in cars, and I'd always end up getting caught. Anybody that was with me, they would always tell on me.
They'd always tell on you, and then you'd be locked right back up. So, did you come home as an adult after them 7 years as a juvenile?
Yeah, yup. I came home when I was 21. I came home from DYS when I was 21. I came home to my mom. She was clean then, and then I caught in my first adult case when I was 21. I was riding in a stolen car again with some friends, about to go swimming, and jumped out when the police hit the lights and ran, and they caught me. And I caught my first number with that one, receiving stolen property and grand theft auto.
So when you went to the big boys spot, being locked up, how was that?
I mean, it was rough at first because I didn't know what to expect. But when I got in there, it was pretty cool. I mean,
like
I got
home, huh?
Yeah, basically home away from home. The people up there, the caseworkers, managers, and shit, they helped me. When I first came home, my first number, they gave me a little re-entry program and shit. I did good for probably like a year, maybe a year and a half with a girl, and then she started getting high, and I started getting high, and I caught my second case.
And then it was all downhill from there?
Downhill from there. I've been here ever since, on the streets.
So what happened to the girl?
She OD'd and got clean and went to West Virginia. She left me. Because I was still getting high, and she didn't want to be with me after I was still getting high when she came home.
So you've lost your mom, your sister, and your girlfriend.
Yep.
Was that all in the same year?
No, it was about a 5-year span.
So was your girlfriend the last one to go?
No, my sister was.
Your sister was?
Yep. 2018, 2 days after Christmas.
Was you guys close?
Yeah, that's like my second mom for real. She took care of me when I was real young. She was the older sister, so yeah, it was hard for me to lose her, real hard.
So what about now? Who do you have now, man?
Just my dad, for real.
Well, at least you got that, and not. How's your time been out here on the streets, man? Tell me, like, some of the
rough as hell. Last winter it was cold as hell, and this summer, I mean, it was a little bit better, but last winter it was cold as hell. We was sleeping on benches, cuddled up with each other. Listen, we was staying in abandoned sheds. We was getting into fights because we was trying to get in abandoned garages next to people's houses. People just wouldn't let us around them.
And would they ever call the cops on you and then run you off?
They always called the cops. One time we got in a fight up here, right here at Family Dollar.
Did you get charges for that?
Nope. I was glad that I didn't get no charges upon me, but I still was homeless and still going from bando to bando.
So do you guys have a tent now, though, to where you don't have to deal with that?
Nah, we're still staying in an abandoned garage still.
Man, we're gonna have to figure out. Hopefully, eventually, man, I can do more once something pops off, and
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, bro. I'm surprised. I think there's even a place where you can go get a tent.
Yeah,
I know.
We've had tents before, but people be stealing shit.
Them, bro,
that's why I stay by myself, because I don't like going to little tent cities and shit, because everybody in there steals. Everybody's an addict.
So you have to pack up all your stuff once you leave that for that day, too.
Yep, gotta pack everything that's valuable up with us and take it with us.
So when you got these numbers, man, and you went, did everything work out well for you when you went there, man? I mean, you got tattoos on your face.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was a home away from home. I had 3 hots in the cot, bro.
Right.
It was better than being on the streets.
I remember that feeling. So when you come home from that, how long have you been home from your last number?
I've been home almost 2.5 years now.
So is this the longest time you've ever did without being in trouble again?
Yep. This is the longest time I've been home without catching any charges and staying out of jail.
Man, that's good for you, bro. Congratulations.
Thanks. I mean, it's still in a shitty situation, but I ain't in jail.
So what about the people out here? How do they treat you, man? I mean,
they're not disrespectful or anything. They don't drive by, throw shit at me or anything. They're real respectful, but I give them respect if they respect me. I don't disrespect them. So most of these people around here know me, so they're all respectful as long as I'm respectful to them.
So the abuse growing up, is that part of the reason why you are the way you are today, bro?
Yeah, most likely, yep.
How long did you experience that for?
I was, from 9 to 13, I was around the not physical, but emotional abuse and shit. So, I mean, it made me to what I am today.
Have you ever tried to reach out and get help about it and talk to others about it?
Yeah, I tried it, but I didn't see it was going anywhere, so I stopped.
So you stopped? You don't think you may want to try again, man?
I mean, later on, if I feel comfortable with the person that I'm talking to, yeah. I just can't